air fryers, but I think that they're potentially
Hello, YouTube.
they're potentially an appliance that you might use when you have no other option. Does that make sense? Because I'd question the efficiency of those, but I'm going to reserve my judgment there.
A bit bigger to transport the handle on the side as well.
Yeah.
Not quite as easy to pack. Now, 12-volt ovens, and some of these are
Of course, I'm listening to stuff about 12-volt appliances.
4-volt as well. And there is a 240-volt option in here too, which is the Uni Volt 12, which is not 12-volt, it's 240-volt. That's a pizza oven that you can plug in at home. I just mentioned that. That doesn't quite fit into this category. Now, the ovens have been around for a while, with Travel Buddy kind of being the OG one, and they're Australian-made. 12-volt ovens, just a small little stainless steel oven with a door on it that you plug in. You've got to plan ahead. If you want to heat up your pie, you're putting it in at lunchtime and heating it while you drive, because it's using a fair bit of power, and then you've got crispy warm pie for dinner that night. Road Chef then came out and went, we can make one like Travel Buddy, and out of China. It's cheaper, but it's not the OG Travel Buddy, the Aussie made one. And now Hardcore have brought a couple out. I haven't looked into where they're made, but they've got, as you mentioned before, one that's a air oven or something they call it, which must have
much bigger, much larger, like a benchtop toaster oven type situation, and then a smaller one that looks similar to Travel Buddy Road Chef style, but not quite a Me Too product. More, it does look like it has a bit of point of difference. But they're also, I got the party pies loaded up in the fridge ready to go on those, so you might have to wait. Much bigger, probably not going to be before Christmas. Do you have to be honest about that?
I'm trying to fit a lot in before Christmas.
But there will be some videos coming on those. Interestingly enough, and it's probably worth mentioning that the Travel Buddy's always had really excellent reviews, right? Always. And people love that it's Australian made. And I've also had a Travel Buddy. I don't anymore, but I've also had a Travel Buddy, and it worked really well. And at the time that I had the Travel Buddy, we didn't have the 12-volt system that we needed to run it whilst we were set up at camp. So it was something that we had built into the car, and we used it when we were driving. And that worked really well, especially from the side, that element of stopping at a bakery on a road trip. Everyone does it. It's like, but by the time you walk out there, even just one person, maybe you have a pie and a sausage roll if you're feeling hungry, or a pie and a slice, and maybe a coffee or a
I actually did no groceries today. Had it delivered. And I also got cat food for the black cat. So I hope that he or she, I think it's a she, I hope that he or she always comes so that I can give him or her some food.
drink. It's like...
Hold on. I think I'm gonna start teaching again tomorrow night or the night after. It's gonna depend on something. I gotta revise something. And the next thing I really got to prepare for is the taxation stuff. You know, the tax returns. I gotta learn the process. I gotta do my part with it. And congratulations to everyone who will benefit from the minimum wage hike. Meow meow meow. Meow, 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 meow. I thought it was a main battle tank. Meow, meow, meow. Ah. Steel bar meme.
Okay, operating note that this is an enemy tank. I have eyes on enemy LAV.
They really just left the tank here.
Objective Alpha is now under our control. You've just neutralized objective Delta. I've eyes on an enemy sniper just east of your location.
The frick, we're taking fire. Hello. How are ya? Good morning to you.
Objective Alpha is lost.
What the frick? I think I wanna play Genshin Impact later.
Objective Bravo. Be advised, we have just taken control of objective Bravo.
Nice.
Just lost control of objective Charlie.
Yahaha. Got him.
Be advised,
You know, I really shouldn't. Oh, 31. Oh. Meow meow meow. You know, I'm just gonna repeat what I said earlier. I bought some cat food for the black cat. You know, I hope he or she always comes. I only have a bowl for water though. You know, I'm just gonna repeat what I said. Kitty.
Objective Alpha.
You know, I hope that the cat stays at our backyard so that the rats will disappear. We do have like compost, you know, where we
Now control objective Echo.
where we dump our biodegradable trash, and sometimes the rats go there. You know, sometimes the cat is outside, and it already he or she already always expects me to feed him or her. You know, when he or she sees or hears me in the kitchen, no, they always
There appears to be an enemy
expect me to feed them.
Listen up. Objective Bravo has been lost.
And of course, there were times when I was just taking out the compost. And then the cat would take a look at the compost. It has some like nuts, or you know, those small insects that feast upon the decaying stuff, decaying or rotten stuff. Of course, I don't want the cat. I don't want the cat to be bitten by those. Okay, what did I get?
Listen up. We have taken objective Delta.
Oh wow, it's actually Whiskas, tuna flavored. I wonder if I can eat this. Meow meow meow. I'm gonna eat the cat food. She. Sorry, man. Nothing beats a jet to holiday. What else did I get? I also got bacon. I think I also got Hungarian sausage. I also got 2 dozen eggs. I didn't get any ground meat this time. And
Objective Charlie has just been lost.
I really don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. You know, of course I'm hoping for the best. That I can already start teaching again when the night comes.
Listen up. Objective Charlie is
Yeah.
neutralized.
Meow 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 meow. Why do you have to say bad words, motherf?
We now control Objective Charlie.
What the frick? We're pretty high up on the list, no? On the scoreboard. You know, I don't think I can stream for a long time tonight. The solar setup is pretty low.
I have eyes on the enemy helicopter, just north of their location. Hey, my vehicle says I need a mechanic. We just neutralized Objective Charlie.
Good job.
Be advised, Objective Charlie is now under our control.
Man, I thought I was support. You know, I really don't wanna keep on streaming during the day. I mean, before my shift. You know, I think it's no good. Because, you know, I'm gonna be tired. I'm gonna be tired when I come to work. There have been times when I felt tired. You know, I can vividly remember those times. When there was even a day when I forgot when I forgot to take multivitamins. And just let me count these. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. I think I have some more. And I still have vitamin C. Maybe you know maybe you need
Just north of your location, there appears to be a compound LAV.
when the story ends.
Like $20, you know, you can be dropping 30, $40 at a bakery.
Easily.
So important to support local businesses. Like, that's a totally different element to this
Yeah.
conversation. But if you are traveling and you do want to consider being on a budget, you can go and buy frozen pies from the supermarket and basically have the same experience, just chucking them in the oven.
So yeah, I'm hoping for the best, and that tomorrow night, you know, I'm gonna have all the classes that I can.
Road Chef, like you say, tends to have a lot more, I guess, feedback about it because it's at a slightly lower price point, so it's a little bit more accessible for people. A lot of feedback on that is the Big Bertha one that they do, which is a massive one. That has great feedback. The key to those ovens is your power supply and making sure you've got the minimum requirements to power them well. If you don't, it's just not going to work out for you.
And you got to be topping up that power supply through solar.
Yeah,
as well.
that's right.
Yep.
The hardcore ones, as I think we mentioned a few times, is these 12-volt appliances are new to us. But Hardcore have made them, I think, about 12 months ago, and they were exclusive with Super Cheap Auto initially. So, sorry, I just had a hiccup then. You can jump onto Super Cheap Auto's website and look at those ovens. They all have 4.5 star plus, and we're talking hundreds of reviews. It's really, really rare to have a 12-volt oven appliance that has that consistently good reviews because there's so much variation with people's expectations and power supply. So the fact that these ovens, I'm really excited to try these out because the fact that those ovens have that
That's a good hit.
rating, I would have maybe expected to see maybe 3-4 stars, but to be above 4 stars is wild.
Yeah.
So looking forward to how they perform.
Looking forward to that. We'll brief over the next one, but just as an FYI, there is a microwave oven you can get. It runs off 24 volt, designed more so for truckies, so they can have
That
it in there.
literally runs out the door.
Does it? Do we set it up? Okay.
We might get a couple in every now and then, and they sell like that.
Okay.
But
It is a
yes,
24
they're all
volt.
truckies or
Yeah.
companies that want to put them in for their truck drivers.
So you can't just plug it into your 12 volt system. You need a 24 volt system to run that from.
Yeah, but they're a cool option.
Kettles, Dometic and hard. Dometic had one in the past. What we've got now is the hardcore one. And I initially looked at that and gone, geez, it's a long time to wait for your water to boil. But then you had
Yeah.
a positive spin on it.
Look, I have something to say about that because, and we're going to, obviously we'll hear about it, right? But first things first, totally rate Hardcore being honest about the boiling times for this 12-volt kettle on their box. Like, you pick up the box and it says 200 mils, 24 minutes, ranging in various capacities. 1 litre, 35 minutes. And you think to yourself, 35 bloody minutes to boil 1 litre of water. Like, that's ridiculous.
You do it on a gas stove in less than 5 a
Yeah,
litre.
I mean, look, and it also depends. Like, if, like, again, gas stove in the middle of winter, you
That's
might
longer.
take, like, you might be looking at 10, maybe 15. But, you know, all things considered, 35 minutes, bloody hell. And so we decided to put it to the test and see if hardcore were correct, or if it was actually going to be a lot more than that, because I wouldn't have been surprised if it was longer, right? Anyway, we plugged it in, decided to do the 1 litre, but we did other things. Like, I went to the toilet, I think I had a cup of tea, came back, got ready to do the sound.
Man, you know what? It's on TikTok, so I don't really wanna. I mean, if it's on TikTok, man, I don't wanna.
All-nighter ah. Pwede bang mag-breakdown?
Whatever.
Break time lang. Lucky Me Pansit Canton! Sarapines! Oh, miyambag na ako ah. Sumasaya ang break time.
We now have control of objective Bravo.
One Vtuber a 24-volt system using just 2 car batteries. It's short, engaging, and set up the viewer curiosity right away. If you like, I can help you craft a compelling plot or intro narration to go with it. Can power 2. This battery is a 12-volt output.
And you know what? I don't wanna ask on forums. There's a lot of people on forums are just gonna guess. You know, even if I indicate there, you know, have you tried that run?
Okay, we have lost objective Delta. I need repairs. I need a mechanic.
But I think it can be done, you know, parallel charging, but series. I can, yeah, I think I can do that. But I really think that my older battery has degraded. It runs out faster, so I wouldn't do it anymore. I wouldn't consider.
We've lost objective Bravo.
Damn. Man, I just wanna open battle packs, then... Okay, hold on. I just wanna open battle packs and switch over to Genshin Impact. Come on, man, those are ghosts.
There's an enemy anti-tank soldier west of...
I don't get anything for my gun. Why didn't
Object Quebeco has been neutralized.
I didn't get the vertical grip? For a weapon I haven't unlocked yet. It's very nice that they have the UMP-45 and the UMP-9. That's very neat. Yeah, just come back to this some other day. Oh my god. My husband is there. Skara. Man, I'm already thinking about spending money that I don't have. As always. Earlier today, I already got the expedition items, and then I exited the game. And today I wanna do the one for Rosaria. No, Dea. I think I also put I think I need both of them. And then I always sacrifice Diona when, the cometh part.
Let it be known that divinity is mine! Sure!
You're in for a little shock.
Incinerate!
Feeble human!
Let's spark.
Motion to compel! Inadmissible evidence!
At my command, you shall fall!
Diana Special!
Blitz.
Pew! Boom!
Perish!
I'm a rock!
Insignificant past!
No! Don't be nervous! Just relax!
Come a little closer.
Sure!
Surrendering.
My endless cycle begins!
Calm down! That wasn't very nice! Incinerate!
Feeble human!
Meow, 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 meow.
Can't handle your drink! Huh?
Insignificant past!
Hindi alam.
You're in for a little shock. Blitz.
Calm down! Shake it and stir!
Freaking hell, man.
Command, you shall fall!
Spark.
Time for your arraignment! Boom!
Wordless insect.
You've been a naughty.
Motion to compel.
Loko. Kasi I'm just talking to myself.
Come a little closer.
Thinking about what I could have done better that time.
Surrender and I'll be
Keep pulling me. Incinerate.
You're in for a little shock.
You know, I ate a couple of mangoes. It's nice. I wonder if I can, like, have a banana tree here. Banana tree here at home.
Motion to compel.
Come a little closer.
I don't think the soil is
Incinerate.
fertile enough.
Wibbly wobbly. Invisible evidence. Boom boom.
But I should really get rid of the caffeine.
To dominate.
You're in for a little shock.
Shaken and stirred. Motion to compel.
Filth. Kneel.
Meow 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 meow.
Keep pulling me.
Come a little closer. You've been a naughty.
Oh, frick. Sa place I go, when I'm all alone, be anything I want, being what I wanna be.
Blitz. Surrender and
You might feel a little bit.
Kneel.
Let's see. Shaken and stirred. Incinerate.
come a little
To
closer.
oblivion.
Keep pulling me.
Try not to.
Boom! Time for your arraignment.
Oh wow. I thought she already went down.
Blitz.
Motion to compel. Incinerate.
Good riddance. Cruel world.
This is the part when I sacrifice Diona. I'm sorry, little one. I'm sorry, little one.
You can bully me. Ooh. Let's go, let's go.
God awakens.
I open.
Now, your eyes have
You know, I was really rambling about. I was really rambling about liberals last night. I'm really trying to get cancelled, am I? Am I not? Aren't I?
You've been a naughty boy.
And because that's one thing I don't like. I really don't like about them. About the way they talk. But, you know, I'm not so different. You know, the one big difference is that if, you know, if if I'm like offended by someone, I want them to like suffer long for it. The liberals just want you to just want a quick death for you. Come on, man, give me what I want this time. Still none, what the frick? Come on, man. What else can I do? You know, if I continue I mean, you know, I might make this my regular stream time. Like I said, after work. You know, it's really funny because, well, when I was training, this was the time when I would stream. And then now that I'm actually working, I don't stream this time of night anymore. I kinda went back to the usual. Excuse me. I think it still counts as Tuesday for Genshin Impact. Like, I shouldn't really stop drinking coffee. Maybe I'll drink. Oh,
We're going to hunt.
maybe I'll drink.
Got a job for me? Gonna be epic.
Water instead.
Come on, let's go. There's a fortune to be made.
You're trembling. Is it the cold or just cowardice?
Look alive! Warren! Magic whip!
Detestable.
Did she say detestable? I thought she said something else.
The Tsaritsa's benevolence
Something inappropriate.
aggressors. Let's get it on.
Like body part.
Detestable.
Here's the goods!
I think she said detestable.
Warren? Let's see!
The Tsaritsa's benevolence has no place for transgressors. Let's get it on.
Don't flip it!
I remember the kid on FIFA. The one who did the handsome Squidward face. Or the Giga-chan face.
The Tsaritsa's benevolence has no place for transgressors.
Let's see!
Let's get it on.
Warren? Calm down!
He needs some milk.
You're dead meat. Not every wound will heal.
Let's see! He might feel a little prickly.
Embrace your searing reckoning. Buckle up.
You know, I remember a child. You know, he says, all I do is run, but he's the one who's always running.
Here's the goods! Uh-oh! Let's see! Warren?
Who dares call me a witch?
Oh, frick. Damn, I thought I was still fielding. What's her name? Diona.
Embrace your searing reckoning.
I thought I was activating a shield.
Look alive.
Stay there, lady. Yeah.
Buckle up. Get back. Not every wound will heal. Let's get it on. Yeah.
Yo.
I never asked for redemption. Never.
Bro. I only got one. Excuse me. Damn. Wow. What else can I get? More is good. Man, I don't wanna do the Valen. I feel like it's not gonna give me any clue. What is this? I think I've forgotten what creature I'm facing here.
I can't wait any longer.
Okay. Reminds me of the Destroyer of Worlds in the SCP lore.
Overstep your mortal authority?
Dance into the fire.
Inhale. Hydro. Cryo. Why did I put the bell? He almost got Razor.
You stand upon your tomb, though you know it not.
Is that Cryo?
Experience an eon of suffering.
I swear it's for medical research. Calm down. Nice and spicy. More hot. Let's see. I'm the frying pan.
Come on. I don't think I got what I wanted. Oh, wow. I think I just use all of my stuff here. They probably sell decals of that. Decals or stencils. A86.
Sandwich press thing, checked in on it about halfway through.
You know, I don't even know what the wattages are for what they're talking about.
I was like, oh wow, this is actually starting to feel hot. Like, and then going about business. Come back 35 minutes, pretty much on the dot, rolling boil, like turns itself off, steaming.
Yeah.
And I was like, in the grand scheme of things, 35 minutes isn't that long. Like if you're like, oh geez, I could go a cuppa, and you go and put the kettle on, sure, you're watching paint dry. But if you're like, oh, breakfast time, want to have a cup of tea, plug it in, then go about making your muesli or doing whatever else it is that you're going to eat on a total fireband day where you have no other option.
Yep.
By the time you've finished prepping your breakfast and probably finished eating, your cup of tea is ready to go.
Yeah.
And you can put it into it. You can have a thermos on standby. You can tip it into that, and you got hot water on demand for the rest of your day. I just think the concept of that is such a at face value, terrible, but in reality, actually really great.
Yep.
And the idea that you could have access to quality boiling water, and I mean properly, like we also measured that was 100.
Yep.
Proper boiling water in 35 minutes.
There you go.
Like, you know.
I thought that was a positive spin on it because you just first thing you get to camp, I'm going to put on you just change kind of how you do it. Don't set up your stove, then light it, and then cook. You get to camp, set up your kettles and things, get them cooking, do everything else, and then come back.
Yeah.
While it's ticking away there, and the sun's still up, so it's still charging your battery. Like it's just a slight change in how you operate when you get to camp.
Definitely, and it's like I know some blokes who spend more time on the toilet than that. And I mean, not knocking,
just blokes.
not knocking blokes because that's your thinking time, right? Like it's an important time and space to do what you need to do there. But it's like, I just think when your first reaction is bloody hell, just take a minute and actually think about what that time frame could look like, and it's actually not that long at all, really.
Who's in a rush anyway?
Yeah.
Now, some of these things, next few things I've listed here, are not technically run straight off 12 volt, but I threw them in because I thought you're still charging them from a 12 volt system. There's no need for an external source. So there's like vacuums and blowers from Kick-Ass.
Yep.
Kick-Ass has got a really cool little lithium vacuum that you can just use to keep your car clean, and they've got a turbo blower thing as well, like your leaf blower.
Yeah.
You can use to clean your campsite out. They're pretty cool, and there's a whole heap of fans from Coleman and Companion's recent fan range is really good too.
Yeah.
And most of them are rechargeable, so you need a USB port in your 12 volt system to charge them. There's a pedestal fan now that stands up, and it's got all these different settings. There's another one with a misting option in there. So you can take all these camping now and you can keep them charged up and running, not directly from 12 volt, but charge it from 12 volt while you're driving.
There's a little Kick-Ass one that you've done a video on as well, and it's white and it's a hanging fan and light. That moves heaps of air. Like I tested that in a 1100 swag the other day, and I was like shook at how good that was.
And it can just hang on the top of a small tent and create heaps of ventilation. So we won't go into detail with the fans. I've done a heap of videos. There's more coming on that whole fan range. There's something to suit just about any setup, no matter how big, small or otherwise. There's a fan to suit every setup, and it's a really efficient way to get cooling and air moving campsite.
어차피 다 똑같아요. 연애나 출근이나.
No smile, no people, no sorry.
Showers, I almost didn't put these in here, but same sort of scenario. You can charge your shower via USB, so or run it directly from, say, a cigarette outlet. Companion and Kick-Ass have got a few like that. The only caveat here is it's not heated unless you've got gas. I don't know of any 12 volt heated shower, but if you've got hot water or you want a cold shower, then you can get 12 volt showers that you just plug in, drop the pump in a bucket of water, and you can have a rinse. Really cool options there. That extends to like Companion's got this Roam rinser, which is pretty cool now, and I just did their little tap thing yesterday as well. A USB rechargeable tap, really cool.
Yeah.
You press a button and it like pops up, and then it shuts itself down after a while.
Yeah, right.
It's not a manual thing, so and preset amounts, and it was really cool. So and that's all USB. So you could probably charge that a lot of these from your car battery because it's such a small amount of power for these little batteries that are in there that you don't need you don't need a solar panel to keep that charged up. So this is kind of catering for different sizes of 12 volt systems as well. Now air conditioners, want to jump onto those because this is another big power draw. Starting with what we've had in the past, Companion have got some rechargeable evaporative coolers. Now most of these are very much personal coolers.
They're the worst.
Blow directly on you to keep you cool or create a small space and make a small space a bit more comfortable. The evaporative ones in particular are very much just cool air blowing
like
on you.
A personal cooler,
They don't have the capacity to cool down an area. As far as a compressor cooler goes, Kick-Ass have got one, and our newest brand is Cybertake, and they've got two models. One's a heater and a cooler. Now these draw a fair bit more power.
I was impressed by that.
It is.
Like
I really like it.
They're exy, like they're up there cost wise, but man, that was cold.
Yeah, well, Kick-Ass is a bit bit cheaper, not as much power, not quite as portable. Cybertake really polished units, cost a fair bit more. Like I was measuring 10 degree air. Granted, I was measuring it with a laser cooler, so I was measuring the surface temperature of the duct coming out, but it was measuring at 10 or 11 degrees coming out, so it's quite
which
cool.
is wild.
Now, I have a plan to throw a swag. When I've got a hot day, I'm going to throw a swag in the car park and put one of them and pump air into it, because I've been overwhelmed by the amount of negative comments on our Facebook post.
Yeah.
About it's not fit for purpose, but I'm yet to see anyone stand up and go, well, here's one that is fit for purpose that runs off 12
Yeah,
volt.
100%. And it's also like, what do people want? Like, what do you want?
Yeah.
Like pumping out 10 degree air, how is that not fit for purpose?
And if you've got it
when
sitting,
you're camping,
and if you're sitting in,
sorry, that was a little bit spicy. I didn't mean to be spicy, but I think it's just people just forget that you can't expect to have exactly the same experience in the middle of the bush that you do with all your creature comforts at home. So no matter how much you want to replicate that, there's got to be some give and take.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, you think your air conditioner at home.
Oh yeah, I know. You know, recently it's big on the news. One hiker is missing here in the Philippines, and they called off the search and rescue operation. So, you know, I wish him the best of luck. No one knows what happened to him.
You get a ducted system, and you pump it into a house that has got insulation in the roof. Probably.
Man, you know what? I'm not gonna go out hunting without a freaking gun, man. You don't know if there are like bad people in there. I don't know if there are rebels in there. So I'm thinking 45 Magnum or a 12 gauge.
Insulation in the walls.
Yeah.
I'm not hiking or trekking alone, unarmed.
Double wall, like it's an insulated system.
Yeah.
Insulated area. The people who seem to be complaining are going, it doesn't cool down a tent in the hot Aussie sun. Well, you've got less than a millimetre of fabric sitting between you and the sun.
Yeah.
And that's basically a solar heater, and you're going to need more than, 1.5 kilowatts of power to combat that in an uninsulated box.
Yeah.
So not going to happen. What you probably need to do is make sure you've got insulation. And this came directly from Cybertake as well, because I spoke to Rocky's a guy. Mm-hmm. Really good, had heaps of questions. And his primary thing was, we just need to set people's expectations. This is not, he openly said, it's not going to cool your tent down to like a comfortable 18 degrees in the sun. Yeah. It's not going to happen. You can't, at the moment, there's nothing available from a 12 volt supply that can offset the power of the sun in that condition in an uninsulated box.
Even if you put a 240 volt air conditioner for a split cycle in that tent, it's not going to cool it down.
That's right, yeah.
Like it's not going to do it. And I had a conversation with someone yesterday, because they were living in a caravan at their property because they're building a house, right? It's going to take a while. And so they've got an instant up tent set up next to the caravan, because that's where they have their home office. Like, it just gets so hot. There's no natural shade. It's like, whatever, want to get an air conditioner. I was like, whoa. Like, first things first. Let's get a tarp shelter, like a thick silver tarp shelter. Let's put that up over your tent. Make sure you've got yourself a good meter or two maybe around that. You've got a foot air gap above it. Pull up all of your windows, get a bit of airflow and get that shade over yourself first. And then if that's not making any difference, then there's not much you can do. But once that shade shelter's up, if that makes a difference and that helps, then you could look at an air conditioner, because an air conditioner is going to help take the edge off, but it's not going to turn it into a fridge, because, again, it's not insulated.
No. And I don't know who, I'd say on a 30 degree plus day, wants to go and sit in their tent. It's stifling in there.
Yeah.
But where I think these come into play is overnight, when you're trying to sleep
Yeah.
and you are in your tent
Yeah.
then, and you need to create a slightly more comfortable space if it's really humid. I know I've had humid nights up in WA where I just needed some airflow or something just to create some comfort, and it was 90-odd% humidity.
The word stifling is used for a reason.
It was stifling, and I just needed something in that instance because the unit's not going to be in the sun, so it's going to be running efficiently. Pump that into my tent is going to make so much difference being able to sleep in that space.
Yeah.
So got to have the right expectations. Yes, they're expensive, but if it's really important for you, then that cost is probably going to be worth it because you're going to be able to go to those places, sleep comfortably at night because you've got a good air conditioner. So anyway, that's my rant on that based on lots of comments on a Facebook post, which is usually the people who are very negative about it.
Also, I think the whole cost and price and that's expensive thing, it really does come down to people's understanding of technology and what goes into developing a product and how relative it is. Like, you can, the same with cars, right? It's just like people can buy a really fancy super fast car or they can buy a car. Both will get you from A to B. One of them's really bloody expensive. Do you need that? Of course you don't. But do you want to buy it? Yes, you do, because the performance is actually really great. Like, so someone was sort of saying, compared like the Cybertake ones and the Kick-Ass air conditioner, both are really, really great. $499 for the Kick-Ass at the time of recording. $499 for the air conditioner. $500 is a lot of money. It's a lot of money for me. It's a lot of money for most of the people listening. It's not cheap at all to fork out $500. However, when you are looking at 12-volt air conditioners and the range that's available, $400 is cheap. $400 is entry level. $400 is good value. So even though out-of-pocket cost is expensive, it's relative to the physical product and within the range of those products. Does that sort of make sense with what I'm trying to say? And so I think some people might spend a lot of money because it is a lot of money and purchase a product expecting it to have this value and this performance level that exceeds what it's actually designed to do purely because of that out-of-pocket cost. Not the same thing. Like, hopefully I'm conveying what I'm trying to say properly for everyone listening, and you get sort of where I'm coming from.
The family cat is still a cat. Kaya ang pagkain niya dapat for cats din. Kulang ang nutrients ng lutong bahay. Kaya mag-Whiskas para sa 100% complete and balanced nutrition.
Oh man, the computer heard me say Whiskas.
It's sort of, I guess
the computer or the phone.
It's maybe similar thing with tents when you're looking at like an entry-level tent that might be $500 to $800. It's a lot of money, but in the grand scheme of things, that's like an entry-level tent. It's an occasional weekender. It's a good option if you care for it. It'll last you a few years, but it's not an Oz 10 RV or it's not a Zempire air tent. Like there's levels.
Should premise too that we've said they're 12 volt. These are actually 240 volt as well. You need to plug them into a 240 volt inverter, so you need an inverter that's big enough. Cybertake do have a 48 watt, so the unit itself for Cybertake is 48 watt. You can get a booster that goes from 12 volt to 48 volt. Sorry.
Yeah.
You need to make sure you don't retrofit a different fitting on that because it's got an Anderson fitting. So we're talking, it probably needs 20 plus amps in certain instances.
Yeah.
You go and chop that off and put a cigarette plug on there, you're going to blow fuses and burn wires.
Yeah, well, when we did test it out, we went from like essentially a dead start on max 16 degrees, probably got there in less than a minute.
Mm-hmm.
It peaked at 22 amps was what its load was, but then when it went down to maintenance, it was sitting around 8 amps.
7 or 8, yeah. Yeah. So you need to allow for that extra draw. So these do the job, but you need to be realistic about how they're going to do the job, and you need a good power system to run those. Last few things I've thrown in here, not as popular items, but companion to a washing machine that I didn't note it on here, but I'm pretty sure that runs
the
off
twin
a
12 tub, and it's 12 volt.
Pretty sure it's 12 volt.
It's actually popular.
It's a big unit,
but it's popular with
caravanners.
a certain
maybe.
demographic.
Yeah.
It's like yeah. So it's more older people, it's like and maybe also country people as well. Because like my nana, for example, I reckon she was in her 60s before she got her first non-twin tub machine, because they're on rainwater, right? So it's like twin tubs are awesome for that. So I think they're really appealing to people who know how to use them and get the most out of them.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna get some water real quick. Never mind. Just go later.
Been around for a while.
They have,
that one.
yeah.
That's available to you for 12 volt. Kick-ass door blanket. I've had mixed reviews.
Also
on
walks
that.
out the door. I think mixed reviews again versus expectation.
Yep. So it's just got wires running through it that heat up, a bit like your windscreen in your car. You've got those
It's an
wires that
electric
run through it,
blanket,
so
basically,
it warms
yeah.
it up. You can wrap yourself up. And now Kick-ass's projector. Now that runs off.
Do you have one?
I have one.
I have one.
That
Cool.
runs off 240 volts, so you don't need an inverter for that.
No, that's 12 as well.
Sorry,
240
it
and
has
12.
an adapter. Yes,
Yes,
sorry.
you're right.
I've run it off 240 at home all the time.
Yeah.
But that's a pretty cool little luxury.
Yeah.
And it is really well priced for the performance you get out of it.
I was surprised as well. Yeah, when I first ran it, I was like, holy guacamole, this is actually pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, yes, there are better projectors out there. We go back to your car scenario as well.
Yeah.
You could buy one that projects and you can... What you really want to do is be able to see the movie reasonably well.
Yeah.
That's what this does.
Yeah.
Is it high quality, high definition video? No. But it's...
Can you watch a whole movie
You can watch-
and it's pleasurable? Yes.
Yes. Do I sit on my deck 5 metres away from a high definition television and watch it with the kids outside on a summer's night?
Yes.
I do.
Yeah.
Because it's fun and you can see the movie and you can take it all in.
Yeah.
I've seen cheaper ones that don't project the same amount of light. It's got to be really close to the wall. This sits 3-4 metres
heaps
back.
far back. Yeah.
And I have a, I don't know, 2 by 1.5 screen.
We actually watched grand final on ours. It was massive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so good.
Anyway, if you want a projector, want to go down that luxury, then they're really cool. That's all I had from our website.
Yeah.
Anything else you can add?
No, not really.
No.
I didn't think it would be a very long episode. And
No,
we,
but we
didn't
talked
get
a
the
bit, yeah.
timer on today, but we have yacked a
It
bit.
still says we've gone for 0 minutes. Anyway, all available on our most of that's available on our website. Heap have videos, heap more videos coming. This whole 12 volt appliance category is taking off.
And it actually makes me excited, and I love the appliances, even though I don't personally have any, and I'm not, like I'm very much an off-grid type camper. But the appliances are cool. They're really cool.
Maybe. The coffee machine's one of those ones that, like, I probably won't buy it for myself, but I'll just drop hints here and there in case someone bought it for me.
The other thing that I hadn't considered at all, but I actually have a mate who lives on the York Peninsula in a country town, but his block's out of town. So he's 100% off-grid.
Oh, yep.
So his only power source is his solar panels. So a kettle and a coffee maker and a sandwich press that all runs off Anderson is perfect for that. If you're or a shack, we're talking about caravans and campers. If you have a shack, that's only your source is it's just cool. Versatile. Really love it.
Check them out. Let us know if you've got any questions. All on the website or jump on the Facebook group and ask any questions there. But yeah, pretty exciting range of stuff.
Catch you later.
See you next time.
New Payless Extra Big Chili Cheese. Get more swabbing anghang at cheddar.
I really wonder why the courier didn't contact me about the rice cooker. I'm pretty sure that the sellers charge for the delivery. I think I should have also contacted them, to let them know about what happened. But I didn't. It only occurred to me days after the thing.
The dirge goes on. 'Cause 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 the dirge goes on.
Jack's courier has been killed.
Yeah.
Jack's courier has been killed.
I should have contacted them. No, and I mentioned in a different stream. I mentioned on a previous stream that yes, I know which courier it was. I wonder why. I wonder why that happened. They never contacted me when they got here. And then they indicated that, recipient failed to receive. Hello. How are ya? I mean, even when I was running my Shopee page, I would wonder. Or not really wonder, I'd be pretty upset if it didn't go through. Because of course I wanted sales. So of course I wanted as many sales as I can get, I can make. I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Meow, 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 meow. One, zero, man.
My will.
Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower is under attack.
Yes. The vile dead.
Your mid.
Yeah, how about you? Thanks for asking. How about you? My mind kinda... My mind just fixated on that. On, things in the past. I shouldn't have used that skill. Nice. Frick.
My stomach.
Giant structures are fortified. The enemy's bottom tower is fortified. Your middle tower is under attack.
What's his name? Primal Beast. I think his name is Primal Beast.
Your middle tower is under attack. Chill out. Your middle tower is under attack.
Maybe a Rod of Athos would be nice.
Mother Wind speeds my steps.
Oh man. I got the tombstone. Yeah, I really can't help but wonder what happened to that. I mean, I got refunded. But I really wanted the rice cooker. You know, I was talking about it on previous streams because I really wanted it.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
It's not time yet.
Radiant structures are fortified. Giant structures are fortified. Your middle tower has been denied.
I'm dead.
Yes. The hells reject me. My stomach rumbles.
And instead of a 12-volt rice cooker, I actually got a wall outlet one. 220 volt. I'm just hoping to be cleared tomorrow. So that I can get more hours again.
No. Dina.
Motorcycle riding full. Gloves V1.
Of course, I think they're gonna feature a rice cooker.
If you don't have a portable power supply, you can always use plugs in your car or truck or van.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
Takes about a half an hour to boil the water, but if I'm on a road trip, it doesn't matter. Welcome to the front of my car. Today I'm going to show you a couple of things. One is this, which is a kettle for boiling water. Here's the cord. I do use a splitter. I'm going to plug that in. I just turned it on. This needs to be open so that it can vent steam. Yep, I'm at a truck stop. If you like these dehydrated meals, that kettle is a perfect pairing for it. Butter's it.
Yeah, I really wanna quit coffee.
Is my coffee ready to drink? This is my mini fridge. I put a...
You know, I failed last New Year. I failed. I'm a failure. Just kidding.
Cloth on the bottom, only because sometimes things freeze a little too much.
I mean, not only for my health, but also, you know, our finances.
It comes with an AC. This one is for DC, which I plug in over here. This plug not only shows what's going on with the battery in my van, but it also has a switch. And that beep says that it's getting power. I've got this set to being a freezer right now, and what I have is I have choices. I carry frozen things. This area is 13.8 long, 9.6 wide, it's 7 inches high. This is a lunchbox. Takes about 2 hours to cook a meal in it. It runs on DC. I brought this to show you what it can use. This is a 3-cup Pyrex. This is a piece of parchment paper. So this is a frozen piece of veggie pizza. If I were wanting to heat this up, I'd put it on parchment paper and put it right on the heating plate. And this is the heating plate. Parchment paper, put this in here. Every now and then just check on it to make sure that it's not overheating. It will make the crust really nice and crispy, but that's not what I'm doing today. I also have some green chili. These things are, as I showed in my freezer at home, that's beef stew. You can see frozen carrots. Today, I'm going to do this, which is a ravioli and meatballs. Anything that goes in the Hot Logic has to be in something with a cover on it, because that's part of how you put them in the freezer at home and then put them in the freezer in your vehicle. Then you can use something like this Hot Logic and a tea kettle. So they work. You're not going to make waffles with the
I'm probably gonna eat bacon tomorrow.
Coffin cannot contain.
TNT Dynamite.
My will. Yes, right.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Level 14. man. Almost there. Another family with plans.
My damage redoubled.
It's not time yet! Not yet. It's not time yet! Not yet!
Oh. No, these are the kinds of videos I wanna listen to.
Let's apply the previous four.
Oh, come on. But you know,
Gillette Mach 3 with skin comfort blades that
I'm
glides in
using-
air for irresistible smoothness.
I'm using YouTube for free, so of course they do have the right to play their ads for me to see.
Will start with a 12 volt system for their campers. But is 12 volts really the best choice? In this video I will show 4 reasons why you should use a 24 volt system and the possible disadvantages of using 24 volts as well. Let me take you behind my
Number 1, price.
screen and explain.
First, let's talk about inverters and cable sizes. What are big cables? In my opinion, anything over 1 gauge or 50mm square, and when cables get bigger, so does the cost. Let's look at the cable cost of running a 3000 watt inverter on 12 volts. A 3000 watt inverter isn't actually pulling 3000 watts from the battery. Due to efficiency losses of the inverter, which is 90%, the inverter will draw 3333 watts from the battery at maximum load. At 12 volt, the current is 278 amps. Now we apply a 1.25 safety factor and we become 347 amps. This means you will need a 400 amp fuse and a 4-aught or 120mm square welding cable. This cable will cost you $90 for 5 feet black and 5 feet red. What if we use 24 volts instead? At 24 volts, the same load pulls half the current, 139 amps. After applying the 1.25 safety factor, we get 173 amps. And now you will need a 200 amp fuse and a 2 gauge or 35mm square welding cable, which will cost you $37 for the same length. That's a difference of $53, and the cable that is much more flexible. You will also save on the charge controller to battery cable, because the current will be halved, which I will talk about next. If you have 1000 watts of solar panels on a 12 volt system, the current will be 78 amps. So you will need a charge controller like the Victron 15085, which will cost you $453. If you upgrade to 24 volts, the current is cut in half. You only have 39 amps. You would need a 40 amp MPPT, like the Victron 15045, which will cost you $218.
That's half.
Here are the most significant savings. $235 just by switching to 24 volts. If you charge your battery from AC power, like a generator or shore power, you would also need a charger. For 12 volt systems, you might use a 40 amp charger, which outputs 480 watts. This charger will cost you $219. And for a 24 volt system, you would only need a 20 amp charger to get the same power output of 480 watts. And it will cost you $180. That's a saving of $39. It's not a huge difference, but still cheaper. When I looked, it was in discount, costing you $140, thus saving you a total of $79 at the time of making this video. There's another big problem with 12 volt systems that most people overlook. Power loss due to resistance. I recently made a video where I showed a circuit that lost 32 watts as heat, just because the voltage was low and the current was high. That's wasted energy that could have been used to power your appliances. Let's take a closer look at the theory behind this. Power loss in a wire is given by the following formula. Power equals current squared times resistance. So the more current you draw, the more power you lose as heat. So how do we decrease the current while still running the same appliances? We must increase the battery voltage, because that will decrease the current. Let's apply this knowledge to a practical example. We already calculated that a 3000 watt inverter at 12 volts draws 277 amps at max load. A megafuse has an internal resistance of 0.0005 ohms. Let's see how much power it dissipates as heat when our maximum current flows through it. Let's apply the previous formula. 227 amps squared times 0.00055 equals 28 watts. That's 28 watts of wasted energy as heat, just in one single fuse. If we switch to 24 volts, the current is cut in half. We only have a current of 139 amps. If we use the same formula again, we get a lower power loss of only 11 watts. That's more than half the power loss, just by increasing the system's voltage. So a higher voltage equals less wasted power, more usable energy from your batteries. Let's move on to the second part of the video, where I discuss the drawbacks of using a 24 volt system.
Well, you know, it's good that they also include the cons.
While 24 volts is the better choice in most cases, it isn't perfect. Here are a few downsides to consider. I will give you 3 reasons.
Chili and cheese together at last sa new Payless Extra Big Chili Cheese. Get more suave anghang at cheddar namnam. Para cheesy anghang sarap, get more Payless Extra.
Let's take a look at battery sizes, because I know there is some confusion around it. A quick recap about voltage, amp hours and watt hours. A 12 volt 200 amp hour battery has the same energy as a 24 volt 100 amp hour battery. Both store 2400 watt hours. However, as we have previously seen, a 3000 watt inverter on a 12 volt system draws 277 amps. You will need a battery that can deliver 300 amps. These are 3 12 volt 100 amp hour batteries in parallel, if each battery has a 100 amp BMS. If you have a 3000 watt inverter working on 24 volts, we have a current of 139 amps. So we will need 2 24 volts 100 amp hour batteries in parallel with a 100 amp BMS each. Can you see the issue here? The price for 3 12 volt 100 amp hour batteries is $600, and the price for 2 24 volt 100 amp hour batteries is $840. The 2 24 100 amp hour batteries will have more capacity, but there's an alternative. You can also have 2 12 volt 100 amp hour batteries in series. Now, this isn't my usual recommendation. I even made a video about why you should not wire batteries in series. But it's cheaper this way. Each battery can deliver a maximum current of 100 amps. With 2 in series, we get a maximum of 200 amps, which is under the max current of 139 amps. Although you would need a balancer, the cost of these 2 12 volt 100 amp hour batteries would be $400, and the cost of a balancer from Victron is $50. So in this case, I recommend using the two 12V batteries in series with the balancer, and it will cost you $450 in total. A saving of $450 compared to the 3 batteries in parallel. The first drawback of 24V systems is that 12V batteries are far more common, making them cheaper and easier to find. With more brands and competition, 12V batteries offer better pricing and availability, while 24V batteries are less common and more expensive. Enjoying the video so far? I would appreciate if you would give it a like. If you have 12V appliances like LED lights, RV water pumps or a fan, you will need 24V to 12V DC converters. The pricing of these depends on the output power rating. Be careful when selecting one. A step-down converter converts the voltage from 24V to 12V, and a boost converter steps up the voltage from 12V to 24V. This one is rated for 24V to 12V at 30 amps, so the power of this device is 360 watts. It will cost you $22, a small extra cost, but worth considering. These are usually 90% efficient. Now you might think, can I just not connect the 12V appliances to my 12V battery in series? The answer is no, because you will create imbalances in your battery, and the balancer will have to work extra hard, potentially not being able to pick up. After the third and last downside, I will tell you why I don't recommend using 48V systems for an RV. For a charge controller to charge your battery, the solar panel input voltage must be at least 5V higher than the battery voltage. A single 12V solar panel has a VMP of 18.7V. This would be enough to charge a 12V battery. But on a 24V system, a single panel will not charge a 24V battery. If you add two panels in series, the voltage will increase to 37.4V, and that is enough to charge a 24V battery. You might ask, why not just use 48V instead? For homes and large off-grid systems, 48V is great, but for a camper van or RV, it has some downsides. Most vehicles have 12V alternators. Charging 24V from 12V is easy with a DC to DC charger, but 12V to 48V DC to DC chargers are expensive or low power. Take this Sterling for example, $877 for 800 watts of charging power. That's $1.1 per watt. Here are some common DC to DC chargers and their price per watt. We can see that Victron is quite pricey for 48V and 24V battery banks. Even the new Orion XS 12 to 12V is quite expensive per watt. The Renogy DC to DC chargers are more affordable, but are only available in 12V versions. So if you mainly want to charge from an alternator, I recommend sticking with a 12V system. Remember that you will burn more fuel when charging the battery with these chargers.
By now, you've seen the advantages of a 24V system. Smaller cables, lower cost and better efficiency. If you're running an inverter larger than 2000 watts or more than 400 watts of solar, 24V is a smarter choice. That said, 12V still makes sense if you need a charge from an alternator or if your system is small. Before upgrading, consider battery availability and the need for a DC to DC charger.
Here's offering.
Post mo na sa work. Lucky me Pancit Canton? G? New Vicks Vapor Drops Extra Strong.
Hello and welcome back to a quick episode of Rich Solar Talk. Today we're going to show you how to wire your batteries in series or parallel and the difference between the two. For this example, we'll be using 4 of our Alpha 1 12-volt 100 amp hour batteries. First, let's wire these batteries together in series using these cables. When wiring these batteries together, you're going to want to connect them negative to positive across all of your batteries. Wiring in this configuration will add up the voltages of each of the batteries, resulting in a string such as this showing up as a higher battery on your controller. So in this example, this string is the equivalent of a 48-volt battery. The problem with wiring your batteries in this configuration is that the batteries can't regulate each other and they usually charge at a different rate. So if one battery goes down or one battery goes dead, the entire string will suffer and ultimately your system would fail. It's almost like the string lights for Christmas lights, where if one light bulb goes down, a whole string of them go with it. Now, once you have your batteries wired like this, you'll connect the cable to the positive terminal of one side and the negative terminal on the other side, and connect that to your controller, your inverter, so on and so on. Since these batteries don't have communication, they are unable to regulate each other in this configuration, resulting in them charging at different rates, and if one goes down, the entire system goes down. Now let's wire these batteries in parallel. To wire your batteries in parallel, you're going to want to connect the terminals positive to positive to positive, negative to negative to negative. When connecting your batteries in this configuration, they have, even without communication, a slight bit of self-regulation. So if one battery goes down or if it's a little bit lower than the others, then they'll charge it up to match the voltage of all the rest of the batteries. This configuration is only good for whatever system you have that is the same as the batteries. For example, these are 12-volt batteries. This configuration is only good for a 12-volt system. When you connect to your inverter or your controller, or both, in this configuration, you're going to want to connect them on opposite ends of the string so that the charging remains consistent across all of your batteries. We would have the cables connected on opposite ends of your batteries like so that the charging is consistent throughout the batteries. For all these reasons, we would recommend wiring your batteries in parallel if you're going to have multiple batteries in your system. And there's the basics on wiring your batteries in series and in parallel. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to call us or send us an email.
You know, in one forum, someone posted that, someone posted their battery in parallel, the cables aren't in the opposite ends. People were fighting in the comments.
And have a solar day.
So, yeah.
after all.
Meow meow.
Watch out. These boys have got a bit of an arsenal and they don't mind using it. No, sir.
Meow meow meow.
That's a negative.
Meow meow meow.
Negative.
Meow meow.
They're gonna wish they were never born.
BBB.
Okay. Mongocha.
Throwing grenade. Incendiary.
OMG team, bro. GG.
I mid.
I'm in. I'm done. Achimi, achimi, achimi.
Go, 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 go.
Mambo, mambo. Ding dong 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 ding.
Fire in the hole.
Wonder.
Decoy.
GG. Man, you know what? I was pretty happy that I didn't rank down on Dota 2. Even if I lost the last game, still around 3. And I was pretty happy. I was pretty happy the last time I went out. I got to it dinaguan.
Grenade out. Incendiary out.
Got to it dinaguan and got to ride my bike. Ding dong 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 ding. I should have bought the scout. One, two. You don't just surround the block. 9 to 6.
Two mid.
Meow, meow, meow.
Throwing a grenade.
Meow, meow, meow.
Glass a no.
Meow, meow, meow.
Negative.
Meow, meow, meow.
Roger that.
Oh, frick. I don't really want to be in HR. Maybe in general admin.
Incendiary. Deploying decoy. Fire in the hole. Starting fire. Bomb has been planted.
B.
Grenade out. Throwing smoke. Throwing fire.
Van, bro, Van. You know?
Terrorists win.
I wonder what to do tomorrow. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna I'm not gonna use the PC during the day. I gotta let my setup charge. I'm actually depleting it right now. Nice. Yeah, I'd like that. I only have experience with Shopee though. Maybe I should really learn. If that's what I wanna do in a day job. Sí, para luna. Maybe joy. Good thing I didn't get disconnected. And I still have some charge left.
One mid.
One ups. Meow, meow, meow. I know.
Laying down smoke. Grenade out.
GG talaga. Nice.
Throwing flashbang. Grenade out. Counter-terrorist. We sent them pesto them.
Mambo, mambo.
Thank you.
Ding, ding, dong, dong, ding.
Move it, son. Smoke. Flashbang.
2 mid.
Rah, rah, rah.
Throwing fire.
Bibigyan ko eh. I hope they do.
1 short, 1 mid.
Grenade out. Throwing fire. Deploying decoy. Laying down smoke.
Come on, man, help me. Help me.
Terrorists win.
Come on, man.
Who here is not ready?
Guys, I might end the stream early. Running out of battery. Meow, 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 meow.
We must defeat them.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow,
Decoys out.
meow, meow, meow. Nice.
Laying down some fire.
Smoke, please.
I'll stay here. Let's go! I'm throwing a flashback.
Meow, meow, meow.
Sorry. Bro.
Don't say sorry. By me, Wingma. By me, Wingma.
Now is the time.
Now is the time. Meow, 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 meow. I didn't know we were going here.
I'm throwing smoke. Activating the bomb. I'm throwing a grenade. Throwing fire. Justice will be ours. Terrorists win.
Meow, meow, meow.
Throwing a decoy. I'm throwing a flashback. I'm throwing a grenade. Throwing fire. Smoke.
Press.
Flashbang.
Frick. Bomb me. Nice. Yes, yes, yes.
Let's go, my brothers. Decoy.
Smoke shield.
Yeah, guys, you know, again, I hope that I get cleared tomorrow. Wanna get back to making money.
Thank you.
I wonder. Bro, the bomb. Are you trying to shoot me? Ay, naku.
Planted. Bomb has been planted.
What the frick? Jungle.
No, 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 no.
Oh, good job. Oh.
Glock, 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 glock.
Nice.
Go short B, short B.
KKK. One. Nice. There's one middle. Court. Oh, why didn't you stop? Short. Noisy. Oh, one. Yeah. Under palace. Under palace, bro. Go B. Please go B. Naku guys, buti hindi ako tinamaan. Ay naku. Yung guys were loitering. They almost got me. For V2 still lose that time. Huh? Hours.
Fake plant.
I planted the bomb.
Bye-bye. And you too, YouTube. I'm gonna go now. Night-night. Night-night, or have a great day. Wherever you are.